Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about the menu in Android. How can we implement menu in Android? There are three types of menu in Android. The first one, app bar with options menu. Second one, contextual menus. Third one, pop-up menus. So let us see what are these different menus. So for that, I am going to give a simple example with the help of my emulator. Here you can see the first one is app bar with options menu. This area is called app bar, and with options menu you can see one web video or webcam image, and there is some title, and for these two are options, or we can call them as action icons. Here we have an icon image, here we have just title alone, and this area we can see action overflow items. In short, we can say that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 menu items. So this is the technical term action icons. These are called overflow action items or menu items. The second one is about the contextual menu. For example, I am going to do long click over click me. So we can see a menu with items as Apple 2, Apple 1 and Apple 3, and here we can put some meaningful content. Here I mentioned just A, B, C, D, F. It may be a fruits, the name for the menu. The next one is about the pop-up menu. So I'm just going to do single click. It is not about long click. You can see a new menu is coming. You can see 1, 2. From here we have a sub menu like that. So these are the three different types of menu in Android. The first one, in the action bar you can see app bar. This is called app bar or action bar. Here we can place the menu items. I have 1, 2, then so many other items here also. This area is called the three dots. This is called action overflow items. Contextual menus means just do long click, you will get contextual menus. When you just do a single click, you can see a pop-up menu. These are the three different types. So in this demo, we are going to see how can we create option menu. That is the first one. So let me create a new project. So I am labeling it the application name as option menu demo. So minimum SDK, I am going ahead with 19. I am taking an MD activity. Next, the main activity name and the layout name. So the project is getting loaded. Yeah. So here we have a text view with a constraint layout. So no need to bother about all this layout because we want a similar things. Some items here and some items in the overflow option. So how to do that? So for that, there are two ways you can do. You can create this option menu either by using the XML code or by using the Java code. So first we are going to see how can we create by using XML code. In the next video, I will show how it can be done with the help of Java code alone. To create the menu by using XML, we can take this resource folder. You can see that different views are there, project. So select, ensure that it is an Android so that easily we can catch it. Under resource, we have to create a folder called menu. For that, do right click on resource, select new, select directory, means folder. and this folder name should be menu, and you can see that the menu folder is created. Now right click over this menu, select new, select menu resource file. So I'm going to name my menu XML file like this, my underscore menu. Select OK, and you can see that that XML file is created. Now I want to place some menu items here in the action bar. So either you can just do drag and drop it, just select, drag and drop it, and you can see here, or we can manually hard code. So I will teach you how to do this hard code. So I'm going to undo it. Just press Ctrl Z or Command Z. Let us see the text. This is the text. You can see that. So this is the preview. Now I'm going to show how can we add items to the menu. For that, open the tag. You can see item. Select it. Now within that we can put the title. Just to give some title for the menu item, just say that you can say Android column title. Select it. Let us say that file 1. We can see that now the 3 dots are created. It is just a preview, and if you want to, when you select that icon, something should happen. When you select that menu item, if you want to perform some action, we want ID. So I'm just going to put ID also. Let me say that file 1 ID. Then, so if you keep like this, it comes in the overflow action options. That is the menu items. If we want to place it here, that is along with the action bar, so we have another option like this. There is an attribute in the item, show as action. You can see that this app namespace is included, automatically it got fixed, and here there is an option called always, and in the later videos we'll be exploring more with all these attributes. Right now we are going ahead with always. You can see it comes here, the file 1. Now I want to add few more items. Let us give some title. Let me say that file 2, and we'll give some ID, file 2, and again we can mention where it should be kept. If we want to keep it under these 3 doors, there is an option for that, show as action. Say that never, then it never displays there. You can see file 1 is visible always on the action bar. File 2 is kept under these 3 doors. So let us create few more items. Give some title. Let us say that file 3. Give the ID. Let me say that this is file 3 ID. This is for basic understanding. Now I am going to run the app. Let us see whether we are getting anything as expected. This is the old output. So I am launching the new one. So now we have the text view, but nothing is here. So if we want to see this file 1, file 2, file 3, we have to do some coding in activity. So regarding the option menu, we have to override a method on create option menu. You can find it on create options menu. This is the method we need to override. Now we have to inflate this XML file into your activity. That is the first thing. The first process is inflate, or for basic understanding we can say that load that menu into your activity. Inflate the menu XML file into activity. For that, first of all, we have to find the or get the inflator to inflate the menu. For that, we have a standard method get menu inflator. You can see it returns an object of type menu inflator. So you can declare a reference variable of type menu inflator and get the inflator to inflate the menu. Now using the menu inflator, we can inflate. Use the menu inflator to inflate the menu in your activity. For that, menu inflator dot, there is a method like this inflate, and see the arguments. So the first argument is an integer value which represent your menu resource file. The second argument, the menu object. The menu object, you can take it from here. So the first argument is an integer value which represent your menu resource file. So go back to your menu XML file. This is the menu XML file or resource file. So how will you load it here? For that, you need to type like this using R dot, we can see that menu, then dot my menu. This is how you need to pass it, then followed by menu instance. So let me explain how we are able to access like this. We started with creating this menu folder, and under the menu folder my menu.xml. So when it is getting built in the r.java, which is called a class file, it contains a class called a class r, which contains a static class called a nested static class called menu, which contains a static member called myMenu. That is why we are able to access r.menu.myMenu. Now let us check what is the output. And we can see that the overflow menu items. So let us see what we have designed in myMenu XML. Are we getting the expected? So here the file one title, we mentioned that it should be always on the action bar. This is the action bar. So it is coming in the action bar. And here the file 2 and file 3, we said that file 2 we mentioned that never, and the file 3, if we want, we can keep it as show action never, or there is another option called if rule. Let us see what happens now. So I am relaunching it. So if rule means if the space is available in the action bar, it will be displayed. If the space is not available, it goes inside this overflow. So if we want to say that it should never come, we can see that the file is going inside the overflow options. So this is how to build it. Now, for example, when I click file 2 or file 3, or when I click file 1, I want to perform some action. So how will you perform? For example, go to new activity or toast a message, some meaningful operation we can do. So we are going to toss some data which gives you some basic understanding how to handle the events which are generated from the menu item, then we can do the necessary code inside that. So let us see how to handle the menu items. To handle the menu items, we have to override another method. That method name is on options item selector. You can see that you can easily find out just by pressing control space in Windows or command space, so control space in Mac any system. So whenever you click a menu item, you should know that this method will be automatically triggered. So let us check with the toast message. Toast dot make text this, that is the application context, then followed by, we will say that item is clicked, then length short. But what is the use of this menu item instance? We will see that. So let us check with this. Now I am going to click the file 1. You can see that item is clicked first. I am going to select file 2. You can see that the toast message. File 3. You can see that whenever you click a menu item, this method is automatically triggered. So what is the usage of this argument item of type menu item? Instead of saying that item is clicked, we can say that which item is clicked. So for that, using the menu item, we can access the method called getTitle, which returns what is the title. If we use getItemID, it returns what ID we have given to the item in menu XML file. So let us go ahead with item.getTitle and we'll say that is clicked. So let us relaunch it. Now I am clicking file 1, it shows file 1 is clicked. I am clicking file 2, file 2 is clicked. I am clicking file 3, file 3 is clicked. So here we can do the event handling. Suppose file 1 you want to perform some different event handling, file 2 some different event handling. So how will you do it? So let me comment this line. So for that we can do like this. We can get the particular item's ID by using getItemID. Then we can say that item ID equal item.getID. Using a switch case, we can easily handle it. Item ID. So what about the case 1, case 2? So here I cannot put case 1 because what we have given it is not about 1. So we need to get this ID name. So how will you get it? For that, instead of typing 1 or anything, any constant like that, we have to say r dot id dot, for example, file 1 id. So here you can perform the event for file 1 id when you click the file 1. So let me just simply say that toast dot make text, then this, you can say that file 1 is clicked, length short dot short. Then after that you can put a break. So when you are using these menu items in your project, you can put some more meaningful operation here under this case. Like that you can put case for the remaining things, case r dot id dot file 2 id. So let me copy and paste this code, and here we will say that file 2 is split. So here it is file 3 id, and here it is So let us put the next case, r dot id dot file 3 id. Oh, file 3 id already we typed, it should be file 2 id. Yes, file 2 id, and let us say that this file 3 is clicked. Hope that everything is clear for you. So now let us relaunch it. Click file 1 is clicked, file 2 is clicked, file 3 is clicked. So in the next video I will show you how to create submenu again using XML file. Thank you for watching this.